Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm here on Yggdrasil, who is falling apart underneath me. Is this the end of Yggdrasil? Will we see it in another video? Probably. Probably be in a few videos in the future. But yeah, today I'm here to talk to you about something that I mentioned in yesterday's post. Obviously it wasn't a video, but shh, we don't tell anyone. Today I'm here to talk to you about a wheelchair race that I've got coming up. And some plans for that wheelchair race, okay? So, first things first is, what is a wheelchair race? For those of you that don't know about it, for those of you that don't know what wheelchair racing is, it's basically, you get in a racing wheelchair, which I'll have a picture of up here, I'll show you guys it if I remember. Wheelchair racing is basically a bunch of wheelchairs do a race. There's a couple of things you can do with it. You can do either road races or track races. Now, the one that I've got coming up is a road race, 10-kilometer road race on Sunday. I can't wait. So it's going to be my first wheelchair race back since my little break, or quite long break, because I had a bit of a stop in 2019. So I stopped doing it in 2019, December 2019. In fact, no, it was before then. I hadn't gone wheelchair racing for a while before moving houses. So I stopped for a little while because I think I had a surgery and was in hospital for a while. Then got out of hospital, had to move house, and was going through a bit of a mental issue, a bit of a mental phase. So didn't do wheelchair racing then. But I started it back up last year, 2021. What a year. Gotta remember 2021 as a year to remember. Although I wish I'd forget it. So, yeah, started it at some point in 2021. Can't remember it exactly, but, it was some point in 2021. So, started that back up and came back with a vengeance, apparently. So before, I wasn't old enough to do 10-kilometer races. I would do 5-kilometer races instead. It isn't an issue with me doing 5-kilometer races, it's just, I feel like it's quite fun to do longer races. Just, you get more bang for your buck, don't you? You get to do more in a race. So, I've got this race coming up. When I came back off of my little break, I came back with a vengeance. So, before, I had this limit for my age where I could only do 5-kilometer races at most. However, I would train 10-kilometer races, but I wouldn't be able to compete in them, and I wouldn't be timed or anything. So I would literally just go out with my granddad for these 10 or 11-kilometer racing sessions. He's on a bike, I'm in the racing chair, and it would be pretty chilled. We wouldn't go too fast during them, but we'd got a reasonable pace. So we do them every Sunday. It was fun. And then I took a break and ended up not doing anything for a couple of years. At this time, I would do a 5-kilometer race in about 12 minutes. I think that was my personal best. 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes. I can't remember the exact seconds, but that is kind of important information. So yeah, about 12 minutes to do 5-kilometer, which is pretty good, I think. I'd also do a lot of shorter distance stuff, 100 meter stuff, 400 meter, 200 meter, everything in between, basically. They're quite fun to do all these shorter distance races. In fact, I'm relatively good at them as well. I'm good at a couple of different races. I'm good at short and long distance. I could be better, don't get me wrong, I could always be better. That's just a general life thing, though. But I'm quite good. So 12 minutes for a 5-kilometer race, and it would take me about 45 minutes to do a 10-kilometer training session. But these 10-kilometer sessions were on rough road, windy conditions, and up a lot of hills. Granted, I'd also come down a couple of hills, but you know, it does take it out of you going up a hill. So yeah, they weren't ideal circumstances when I was doing these 45-minute 10Ks. But this race on Sunday is going to be amazing, because not only am I doing my first 10-kilometer race ever, it's going to be my first 10-kilometer race since coming back to wheelchair racing. And since coming back to wheelchair racing, even though I've had a break and haven't done any racing in these years that I haven't been doing it, I am faster than people that were beating me before I took my break. So there's this other kid at the club that I train at who is fast. He is the fastest person I know in a racing wheelchair. He is on another level, okay? And when we were trained together before, if we were to do a 5-kilometer race, he does short distance. So he would start. So I have a better start than him, by the way. It's really weird. So I would start off really well. I'd beat him for the first 100 meters or so, maybe less. There was this one 5K where he had a particularly rough start, and I had him for like the first kilometer, but then he beat me, you know, and he would always beat me. Sometimes I'd have like a slightly better start than him. You know, I just do well at starts for some reason. So yeah, I'd do this, and we were very close. He'd always beat me. It would almost be a guaranteed win for him. But it was all right, you know. Like, there would be occasional races where I'd like almost beat him, but it would still be he'd beat me every time. So I came back from my break. I hadn't done any wheelchair racing. However, I had done, you know, quite a lot of pushing in the day chair. I'd done quite a lot of exercise at home. You know, I did the Batman workout before going back to wheelchair racing, I think. So yeah, there was that. I then ended up going back to wheelchair racing, and something happened in that gap, because I ended up being either tied with him whenever I do a race or beating him. And that was when I started to really develop into wheelchair racing. Since going back to wheelchair racing now, I don't know what's happened between the last time that I did it and, you know, when I came back. Because again, I went back like in 2021, so I've been back for a little while. But since then, I feel like I've been on this like trajectory where things have just been going brilliant. Obviously, certain things do have effects. You know, I do sometimes have a better or worse day. However, generally, it's pretty good, you know? So we'd do the races, we'd do these training sessions together, and I would be beating him for these shorter distance races. He doesn't do long distance at all anymore, as far as I know. But yeah, that is how it went. So going back to wheelchair racing now, with what I can do now, I am really excited to see how I do. Now, obviously, it's a wheelchair race. I need to wear skin-tight clothes. I've shown the clothes that I wear for wheelchair racing. It's usually a pair of jogging bottoms and then the black shirt, which you saw in quite a lot of videos in the in the Batman workout videos. But this time, you know, because I'm not expecting to do as well as I could, because it's quite a windy track. It's like in front of the sea, so there's going to be quite a bit of wind. So I'm going to wear my shirt underneath it, and then I'm going to wear a Spider-Man suit on top, just for the fun of it, just because it's skin tight enough that it won't make too much of a difference. And the fact that I need a couple of extra layers because it's going to be quite cold, I think. You know, it's pretty cold today. Whether or not it warms up by then, Hopefully it does. But yeah, that is the race. So the plan for the race day. Oh, hi. So plan for race day is I go to bed on Saturday, or Sunday night, Sunday morning. Depending on if I go to bed at AM or not. I will probably go to bed before 12, just for the fact that I've got a big race. I'm gonna need some sleep. So waking up, I don't know when we're waking up, but we need to be there for like 10. We need to be there before 10 to 9. No, before 10 past 9, because that's when the race starts. I'm hoping to be warming up by 9 o'clock, get on the track for 10 past, and do the race, And what I'm also hoping to do is be there before even 9, because obviously I need to set up the chair, make sure there's no issues with it, maybe pump up the tyres, and just generally get a feel for the day. So probably be there by like 8:30, so it's going to be quite an early wake up, and it's going to be quite a physically demanding day. So I'm going to get there. It's getting pretty cold, so I'm going to put my hood up if you guys don't mind, looking like Emperor Palpatine himself. But yeah, we've got this initial race. Gonna hopefully do that in the Spider-Man suit, because why the hell not. Once I've done the race, I'm gonna meet up with my friends and family who decided to come. If anyone goes to this race, which one it is, and you happen to see a Spider-Man in a racing wheelchair go past you, it's me, probably. So come say hi if you really want to. Then after the race, I'm gonna go off, get milkshakes, and chill with my friends for a bit, go home and recover from this crazy day. I honestly can't wait. I'm going to try and turn it into a vlog as well, so I'll record like preparing in the evening till I leave the race. I wish I could record like the race itself, record like a POV thing, but I don't think I can. I don't think I'd have a way of holding the phone while racing, because obviously I don't have access to my hands because I'm pushing, and they're in these weird gloves anyway. Not these weird gloves, different weird gloves, which I'll probably show you on the day. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to have a way of recording the trip, but if I find a way, then you'll see a video of that as well. I'll probably do 2 separate videos, one of the race and then one of the vlog that I do. And yeah, I think that is going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, where I'm basically just hyping myself up for the race. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, all that usual stuff. I am really excited for this race now. I was already excited, but after doing this talk and thinking about how well it's going to go, it's going to be good. We got this. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, where it'll be Saturday. It'll be the day before the race. It might end up being there's no video tomorrow. I'll just do a post like I did yesterday. But I'll try and do a video. And yeah, that's going to be it. Bye.